Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Yo everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to the Rider Time podcast here on the Morphin Network, where it's Morphin Time all the time. I'm Mike TimeRider Zero, your host, and today we are discussing the one, the only Kamen Rider Geats episode 44. Wait, nope, 46 actually. Genesis 8. Goodbye, Michi. And I have to say, this episode title was very misleading because with a name like Goodbye Michi, like I'm expecting Michinaga to die. I mean, with a name like that, like even like, I mean, to be fair, like we've had fake outs like that before because Kamen Rider Kabuto episode 48 is called Tendo Dies, and we all know that he doesn't. But usually it's around this time where the tertiary riders usually get killed off, or a secondary rider gets killed off. I mean, we had what's his name? Over Demons get hospitalized. We've had Tassel dying. In Kamen Rider Zero One, we had Jean dying. So it's like it wouldn't be surprising if Michi died in this episode, and yet he doesn't. If anything, what happened in this episode is the exact opposite of the title.
Exactly.
Yeah. Getting a little bit of feedback.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you and your computer monitor. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we'll try to take care of that. Yeah, like this was one crazy episode. Not a lot happens, to be honest, but stuff does happen. Why? He is very much frozen. Oh, look at that. He's cooking stuff in the background. Completely frozen, but hey, you know, when you guys got to cook, he got to cook. And no one cooks like Michinaga, as we're about to find out in this episode. Is your audio okay now, my guy? I guess not.
Mic check.
Yeah, give me a second.
Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
It's not that I can't hear you, it's that I hear other stuff.
What about now?
Better.
What about now? Okay.
No. It's no, I can still hear myself on your end.
It's probably the headphones.
Yeah, maybe switch to headphones.
I don't have any headphones in. It's probably your headphones.
No.
I don't hear any background from you.
Let me see.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the technical difficulties. And a hungry Astro Red, because Astro Red didn't eat anything.
Okay, let's try this again. No, I still hear me on your end.
Henshin!
Like, maybe you need to turn the speakers off. But anyways, let's try to endure this. Well, at least we're getting some comments in, so that's good at least. So, okay. So, what are your initial thoughts about this episode? Okay, so what are your initial thoughts about this episode?
I loved it. I loved it. I love the fact that Michi actually decided to be like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for someone other than myself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he kind of already was. It's just that it's just that now he's more affirmative about it. If anything.
Very affirmative. And don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen. I am actually making salmon Alfredo.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. But finally, Bearbuck got her comeuppance.
But Boken, what did you think of I was about to say, what do you think of the episode?
Like I said, I'm glad she got her comeuppance. Like freaking. I mean, this should have happened earlier because when she looked at herself in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no. They wanted to tease us. Y'all wanted to tease us. But we got y'all. We got y'all.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's gonna work. Okay. But yeah, but honestly, I just love the whole David and Goliath aspect of this episode. And we finally see the return of his Jamar zombie form. Not Jamoto zombie, but like his Jamar God zombie form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my question is, what do you think? What do you think of that?
What do I think of that? Yo, have you not seen our review of Spider-Man? No, sorry, Across the Spider-Verse. Like, remember
and I'm still mad about that.
I had one very specific complaint about that movie, something that should have been included, but wasn't. And this episode had that, in a sense, that very thing I've wanted to see in Across the Spider-Verse.
Which was...
You'll see. You'll see.
A redemption arc or something?
No. Okay, you know what? I'll just say it in German.
Eren Yeager.
No, I'm not a Jaegerist, but I am a Yukiist. Shinzo Sasagio. Yeah. But yeah, so let's get right into it, shall we? So her last episode closed off with a reality rewrite. But here's the thing, though. I have no question in my mind that between the previous episode and the current episode, the movie happened, the Four Aces movie, and then the movie. I mean, I haven't seen the movie. It just came out this weekend. By the way, I did see Barbenheimer. Just a heads up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do it because you're sitting because like combined, it's 5 hours of sitting in an auditorium. So like you have to like really commit to watching Barbenheimer. The individual movies were good, but not a fan of the sitting part. But I digress. The Kamen Rider Geats movie just came out, and obviously it's only in Japan, so there's no way I would have been able to see it. But if that happened, I wouldn't be surprised because that way you could just pretty much ignore anything that happened in the movie and still watch the episode barely feather ruffle, asking who's the black Geats in the previous episode. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure the movie ends with a universal rewrite because The movie takes place between episodes 45 and 46. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but keep in mind, I don't have the material to research whether or not I'm right about that until like that movie comes out on DVD. With that said, Toei, Fathom events, give us more Kamen Rider movies in the United States. We got Shin. It was very
I actually saw Shin Kamen Rider
in theaters.
No, on Prime Video.
Anywho, yes, it is available on Prime Video. If you guys missed it in movie theaters, definitely give it a watch and another so that Toei will be convinced to give us more Kamen Rider movies in the United States. It's easy money for you guys. It's easy money for you guys. Like we will be to you what China is to us. A shameless cash grab. Okay. But enough about that. So we got a universe rewrite, and Ace and Kawa find themselves inside the dimension where the goddess was at, Ace's mom, and now he's trapped. And now we got our call back to the opening theme song where he had those chains around him in the theme song.
I just realized the opening theme song might have been a foreshadow.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I got out of it. I mean, to be fair, if you watch the outro to Attack on Titan season 3, not season 3, season 2, which is the third outro, it pretty much foreshadows everything that will happen up to the fourth to the last chapter of the manga.
Oh, wow.
Like, it foreshadowed so far ahead into the story, it's not even funny. And it probably went to the wayside for a lot of people. Like, they probably didn't consider until after they read the manga and then saw the episode. But I'm like even when the actual season was out, I was like, yeah, and I was telling my coworker, here's what I think is gonna happen. And I go into detail about exoduses and three daughters eating their mother and stuff, and what the bird might mean at the end of the outro, very detailed stuff that would be very implausible to be accurately predicted, and yet I accurately predicted it.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course you would.
I don't know.
You're you.
Yeah, I am the king of apophenia. I'm apophenic to a fault. It is what it is. And as you recall, we had a Rescue Yukina arc last episode. And here's what the teardrop did. Black Tsumuri. I don't know what is going on here. This seems really... It feels very silly at this point. I'm not going to lie, though.
Why do you say that?
I mean, we've already had Black Waz before. We've had Az from Kamen Rider Zero 1. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Plus, think about the implications of that. It's like if a teardrop can create a functional clone of Tsurumi with her reality-altering powers, you do realize you could go full Tarukane and make a whole clone army of Tsurumi and just have a bunch of them grant wishes left and right.
I never really thought of it like that.
The implications are kind of insane. I mean, I would get it if I would get it if there had to be very specific conditions that have to be met. So it's oh, like any random teardrop won't do the trick. Like it has to be a very specific teardrop. Kind of like that other Titanic animated film. Not the one with the rapping dog, but the one with the octopus. The one.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's like the one where because like her teardrop happened to like catch intercept moonbeams. Somehow that teardrop gave her the power to talk to dolphins. And that doesn't even answer the fact that the human bad guys, the whalers, can already talk to sharks. I'm like, did they also get tears caught in moonbeams or something? I'm like,
probably.
Like, this is incredibly silly. Like, I'm digging it, but it's so silly. Like, I have to laugh.
Like, It's a little funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Daichi investigates the restored Tree of Knowledge, which is restored. But here's the thing. I don't know how to feel about this scene because I've wanted Daichi to get his butt kicked for the longest time. I cannot even emphasize it. But I don't know how to feel.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, but I don't know how to feel about the fact that it's specifically Baraba and Kekurad kicking his butt, because it's like something about it makes it less satisfying. Maybe it's because he's getting his butt kicked by other people I wanted to see their butts kicked.
True.
And again, like, I'm surprised Baraba is still around right now because like, as I mentioned before, in her previous fight against Nago, like, she saw her face melting like in a mirror, and I had like that thing where I said, hey, like, she wished for herself to witness the ultimate suffering before she's forced to go back to her timeline. She is witnessing suffering. Granted, it's her own suffering, but the point is she's witnessing suffering. And given the fact that her face is melting and she's 350 years old, it's like, could you say it's the ultimate suffering?
Maybe.
Like, she should be evicted from a Big Rider house, because like her wish should technically be granted by that point. She should not even be here. She is as required to be here as Dante on his day off.
What are you gonna do, right?
I don't know what her beef with Nago is, but we all knew that it's Michi that she needed to fight. So we got to figure out a way for her to lose to both of them. So here we are. They rescued Daichi and whatnot. And Black Tsurumi makes a deal with her. First of all, the tree's really creepy. Let's get that out of the way.
No, really?
But like, it was creepy in the episode it first appeared. It's still creepy now. But
very creepy.
So it's like Baraba has to sacrifice her spark in order to grant her wish, and I'm like,
what spark is that?
Jokingly, I would do my Rhinox impression.
The spark is the light of all Transformers. We are born from the well, and the universe celebrates. But when a spark returns to the well, the universe weeps.
Like, Beast Wars does not get enough credit. Like, by this point in time, concept of the spark being the soul of a Transformer is like deep-rooted Transformers lore. Like even like in the movies, you got the all spark. But the thing is, the concept of the spark wasn't introduced until Beast Wars. At no point in G1, which Beast Wars is canon to be fair, has the concept of the spark ever been mentioned.
Really?
Yeah, not until Beast Wars.
That is, you're right. That's true. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like props to Beast Wars. Like I know like some people like don't give it the credit it deserves because of the CGI, but come on, dude. It's freaking Beast Wars. It's the coolest Transformers ever. They turn into freaking animals.
Let's go.
Yeah. By the way, we need to review Rise of the Beasts.
Listen, I've seen it, and I'll see it again. I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, the rest of the episode is pretty straightforward and very simple. There isn't that much happens in terms of quality of subplots. Michi almost immediately challenges Baroba as soon as this happens. So they both transform, and strangely enough, she turns into her rider form, which we haven't seen since episode 24.
Which is a big, giant, freaking buffalo-looking thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, boy, I haven't seen these in a while. Probably not since episode 31, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 30, the one where Kyun helps Nago fight Buffa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, this was pretty cool to see. And because I know the banner's in the way, here's a nice little size comparison for y'all. As I've mentioned, Sedirida says, and I do Jäger. But yeah, this is a fun fight. And I love the mutual taunt. He's like, "You're such a narcissist. You're just trying. You think your own death is going to undo all the atrocities you committed? Yeah, well, at least I'm not a 350-year-old witch who acts like a 12-year-old. And it's like, how dare you bring up my age?
Easy. Justin!
Yeah, and then we finally get that scene that we should have had in Across the Spider-Verse. This is so nice. I am loving this right here. This is so good right here. Like Buffa's like, so tiny. Yeah, but yeah, like for those of you who haven't figured it out, we did not get Yamashiro Spider-Man from 1978. Like I wanted Yamashiro to be there because if he summoned Leopardon, then we could have gotten a scene where Miles Morales would have to run up Leopardon's arm because it's like, what? One of these Spider-Men, one of these Spider people has a giant robot? That is so cool, yet incredibly unfair.
Incredibly unfair.
Yeah, but it would have been a fun scene to include in the movie. You guys are better include in the third one, I swear.
I don't think the third one's gonna happen.
I mean, it will. It's just delayed.
Indefinitely.
Yeah, because of current events.
Yeah.
Current events. Yeah, so we get to see God Buffa again for the first time in who knows how long. See, you can see his golden horns right there. You can see his golden horns. And he just rider kicks this giant thing. Like, it is so satisfying. Oh, yeah, and she is like, it's like, I figured out the ultimate suffering for you. It's you dying in vain because you always sought power, and yet you are powerless against me. And he's like, you want to bet? You want to bet? And then she creepily says, yeah, your grave will be buried right next to mine. I'm like, ew. Ew.
It's like,
Oh,
I'm like, creepy much?
yeah. It's like, she wouldn't even let us, like, enjoy her death. Meanwhile, Kekura, speaking asshole. And
When is he not? When is he not? Time out. When is he not?
it's like, you know what I find especially irritating about Kekura being a villain right now?
What? Talk to me.
Episode 24, he he fought against Baraba. Like Jean, Kyun, and Kekura all teamed up, the three of them together against Baraba. And by the way, part of me is disappointed that Kekura is a frog, because if he was an eagle, like, think about like the symbolism there, because you got a human, a lion, an eagle, and a bull.
Oh my gosh! Here we go.
Yes, here we go. Sawardo Tokyo Tomare. Honestly, I have no idea like what the symbolism is. All I know is that a human, a lion, an eagle, and a bull are always grouped together in symbolism. I don't know what exactly that's supposed to entail. I know that Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movie incorporated that.
Yeah, it did.
But like, I don't 100% understand that. Heck, if you really think about it, even the Zords from Zio follow that pattern.
I know. The Red Zealzor was a phoenix.
Yeah, eagle. Well, it's kind of a falcon, but yeah. But the point is, it's a bird.
It was a phoenix.
But the point is, it's a bird. Then you got a bull. You got a lion. And you got not one but two humanoid Zords. Well, technically they're not humanoids; they're tank-like, but the artifacts that they're based on are humanoid.
Yeah, you're right about that. You are right.
Yeah, Doan and Moan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got humanoids, a bird, a bull, and a lion. It's like that symbol came up again. I hate being Apple Phoenix sometimes. Now, but yeah, Kekura's like, Keiwa, you're such an ungrateful little brat. I made you.
No, why does it sound like Jumbo from Lilo and Stitch? You don't have a family. I made you. You were built to destroy. Now come quietly.
But at least Jamba had like a redemption arc. Kekura does. He had the opposite of a redemption arc.
A deception arc.
It works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't say deception is the opposite of redemption, but you're not wrong. He had a deception arc.
Deception.
Disgrace. It's as plain as to see as the scar on his face.
Deception.
Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, I really hate Kekura. He's kind of like that one song from the Human League. Wait, was it the Human League? Yeah. I think that's the name of the band. Hold on, let me check.
Sick of the cage. It's just the beginning. We're a disgrace.
Yeah, the Human League. Because remember that song? It's like, don't you want me? You know, I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Better change your mind. Da-na-na-na-na. Well, you better change it back or else we'll both be sorry. Be a rider, Keiwa. Be a rider for me.
But, anyways, we digress.
Thankfully, we get a happy ending. Yes or no? Maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Oh, we should do a review of Nazca. I haven't on the Buttery Show because, I love that anime.
Mm,
Have you seen Nazca before, by chance?
no, not really.
Some people say yes. Some people say no. Some say maybe. Some say I don't know. And then that one guy says, "Can you repeat the question?"
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but and he does say, "I will have the perfect way to punish you for this." So, how much you want to wager that somehow going to involve Sarah?
I bet. I bet my entire Power Ranger collection.
Okay. Now I kind of hope it doesn't, just because I'm just curious how you would react to losing your Power Ranger collection. I'm not trying to hate you or anything. I'm just I have that Schadenfreude side to me. So look, the actor who played Pineapple the Clown, I kind of had a similar joke to him when I met him way back. By the way, I hope he's doing all right. But yeah. I do have a Schadenfreude side. I mean, it's not like openly Schadenfreude, but there's like a part of me that is like curious about poetic injustice.
Mm. But honestly, I have to give this episode a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a pretty good episode. But we do find out that when the wish was granted, Ace started to become petrified. So concerned, I should say so.
Very. So I'm going to predict this at the end of Geats. Ace is going to be completely petrified.
I would say he's going to become completely petrified a little bit before the end. Like maybe in the penultimate episode, he'll become like almost petrified, and then suddenly, and then he finally gets out. Now the question is, will his final battle involve self-sacrifice and somehow bring him back to life in a future movie, like with a certain writer that we're not going to say the name of? Or are we just going to get a mushy, happy ending? Let us know what you guys think.
To be honest with you, I think we should just get a mushy, happy ending.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
Honestly, it'd be an interesting direction to take this.
What?
What if Ace dies at the end, and then he gets reincarnated again, and then the next movie we watch will involve like his next reincarnation, or maybe him teaming up with his next reincarnation, or maybe him teaming up with his past reincarnations. I mean, like the summer movie is called Four Aces, but it's not very clear like why, because we do have like 4 past writers coming back.
Or maybe we can get him teaming up with his mother.
Maybe. Man, this is starting to sound like some Steven Universe fan fiction that I came up with years ago.
All right, let's
No, for real. No, for real. Like I had this idea for like a Lapis Peridot fusion with chronokinesis, and then they ended up going back in time during the Gem War. Keep in mind, this was before they revealed that she was Pink Diamond. It's not a spoiler. The show ended years ago.
And I still never watched it.
Season 1's pretty good. Season 2's all right. Season 3, only good for the songs. Season 4, things go downhill. Season 5 was just terrible. Except for a couple of episodes.
Again, never really watched it.
The movie was mid. Great soundtrack. Not a fan of the plot. Don't watch the sequel. What? Steven Universe Future was like ruined all of Steven Universe.
I mean, like I said, I don't watch it. I'm never going to watch it. You will never see or hear me watch it. What's so funny?
Nothing. Nothing.
Say it.
Nothing.
Spoken. Say it.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I will say this: before we go to the comments, we got one more thing to discuss. Oh, by the way, I give the episode a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing I liked about it was the fact that Baraba's gone. We do have one more thing to discuss. Do you know what that thing is?
No, what is it?
Well, let's just say things are going to be in the cards.
Oh, the trailer.
Yeah. Yep. We, like, as a bonus segment to this podcast, we're going to be discussing the first trailer to Kamen Rider Gotchard, the next season of Kamen Rider. Yes, and we will be discussing it in September when the show comes out. So stick around right here on the Morphin Network. And yeah, so let's get. It's a short trailer. It's not a lengthy one like Kamen Rider Geats had or Kamen Rider Revice, but I do have a couple of screenshots. Well, first we got our main writer, obviously. Kamen Rider Gotchard. He is so the theme of this season is alchemy, but the alchemy involves the use of trading cards. Yes, we're back to trading cards, and you actually do have to get them from booster packs, which means Gambarai 2.0 in a sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So here's the general plot summary. The main character is a high school student who's also an alchemist. And 101 cards have been unsealed. So basically, it's kind of like the plot of Kamen Rider Blade. And he must reseal those 101 cards in order to use their alchemic powers. And so his driver, it uses two cards working together to give him his forms. So his main form is Hopper and Steamliner. So he is a grasshopper and train themed rider for his main form, and he's got a nice sign build to him. One thing I really appreciate is the fact that like he actually holds on to those little rings on his head like they're goggles. That's actually. Yeah, that's actually a really nice touch. Like, I love the whole goggle aspect of that.
Same here.
Yeah, there's a 101 other cards, and so he has to use them in tandem. And I'm guessing there's gonna be one card for the left side, one card for the right side, just like how you got Gaia memories and full bottles. Now, I'll say this. One thing I did notice with the cards is they actually do use a negative negative spacing in them. So one card, you would have two cards with two freaky designs on the back, and that design is unique to those two cards. And a different set of two cards would have a different design on the back. And the reason behind this is when you put those two cards into the belt driver, the two cards come together, and the left side of one card and the right side of the other card combine to create the face of whatever form the two cards make.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I kind of like that gimmick, working with negative spacing. Yeah, but it does make me wonder what would happen if you used the left card of one pair with the right card of a different pair. Like, will we get an error message? What would the face look like? I'm curious. Will it even work in the show? I'm genuinely curious because, hypothetically speaking, if we have 101 cards, okay, let's lower it to 100 cards. Let's say just limit it to 100 cards. That means that theoretically speaking, you could have a total of 2,500 combinations if all 100 cards were paired off into pairs. And like if you like put any one of 50 cards for the left side and any one of the 50 cards on the right side, that would result in, 2,500 combinations. So let's hope there's gonna be an error message.
You never know.
Yeah. But here's the other thing. If there's a 101st card, it makes me wonder if like there's a card that needs to be used by itself. Also, we don't know if the second rider uses a single card system, just like how Kamen Rider XL uses only one Gaia memory, or how what's his name? Or how literally any of the other three main riders from Build use only one full bottle. Yeah, but we do get to see one. So here's his main weapon. Obviously, you're going to have to put a card inside that gun. Well, not necessarily inside it, but you're going to have to slide it in some way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like because it's got that arrow thing going for it. Like that has to have some kind of meaning to it. And we do see one of his alternate forms, which looks like a ninja. I'm curious if they disclosed the name of this form.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a look at the character. I'm curious if there's a character page for him, just so that I could see. No image available. Let's see, going down to powers. Okay. So the other form is called Aparesquebo. So he's a samurai skateboard themed form. I mean, I get it. Apare meaning which is like an expression of excitement. Kind of like how in Shinkenja theme song, Samurai Sentai Shinkenja Apare. But and Skaboru, Skabo kind of sounds like a Japanese pronunciation of the word skateboard, because I mean, I'm surprised it's not skatobordo, but it sounds close enough. I get it. And the last image we get is what I can only assume is a villain. I don't know.
Probably.
What do you think of this guy? I like how his helmet has like some nuts and bolts to him.
Me too.
Yeah. It's like maybe like he has his own kind of steampunk thing. I think his name is Valvarad. So with a name like Valve, like that's probably why he has those nuts and bolts. Actually, now that I think about it, if you look closely, that's not just a bolt on his head. That's like his helmet takes the shape of a wrench. Yeah, so I could see where like the valve aspect comes in. So that's really interesting to see right there. Yeah. So I'm curious. I'm excited. We're gonna get a new logo. We're gonna get a new writer. It'll be the 5th year anniversary for the Reiwa era. So here's hoping that 01 Saber, Revice, or at least Revi, and Geats show up to help him out in a winter film, or a summer film, or a VIII next.
That's all.
Yes. So like there's my Frank Sinatra reference for the day. And that's pretty much it. Like, let us know what you guys thought about Gotchard, though.
I mean, I can't wait to see how it looks from the episode itself. Yeah. So that's what's gonna do it for me.
Yeah, so let's look at the comments. So let's have a look right here. And we got... Oh, here we go. Oh boy, Bearba finally gets it. Yes. Yes, she finally gets it. She got.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, now we just need Kekara to bite the dust because we got rid of our killer queen. Let's see. Not much happens in this episode, but at least we get satisfaction.
Yes, the satisfaction is real.
Yeah, normally I can't get no satisfaction, but today I do. 10 out of 10. Nicely done.
Yes, 10 out of 10.
All right. Okay. Hello there, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I've been gone from YouTube for a while. It's because life just kicked in. So yeah. Okay. Well, hey, like we care about you fans. We love you guys. Like we are hoping that you guys are succeeding in your lives, just like how the Rangers and Riders are always like fighting for peace, love, and justice.
Exactly.
Yeah. Black Tsuri, of course. Yeah. I mean, we have white Tsuri, so naturally we have to have a black Tsuri. A God chart looks cool. I want the cards, but I'm scared to collect them. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why, because like if they're in booster packs, you don't know if like you're gonna get a bunch of duplicates. So yeah,
exactly.
it's like the Japanese marketing is gonna try to like use some BTS K-pop tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope that the cards are inexpensive. Like maybe like a booster pack only costs like $3 because it's only like 5 cards per booster pack. So like even if like each one of them was unique, even if each booster pack was unique, like in the game Drop Mix. By the way, I miss Drop Mix. Hasbro, please bring that back. We're looking at 20 to 21 booster packs. And that means that minimum. And let's see, if it was $3, that means you have to spend $60 just to collect them all.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, hold on. Yeah, $60. Yeah, if they were $5, then you're gonna have to spend a whole hundo on that.
Oh yeah.
And if that were the case, we may as well wait for Bandai Premium to just release them as a set.
Yes, please. Bandai.
Yeah. That being the case, like Bandai, you kind of shot yourself in the foot that way.
You did. You really did.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you make them as randoms. Hopefully they're not going to be randoms. Hopefully they're going to be specifics. Like with Q-Tama.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, that's our thought. That's our thoughts. That's our comments. So, if you guys enjoyed watching this discussion of Kamen Rider Geats episode 46, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We also do Kamen Rider. Osama Sentai King Oger on Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Also, in 2 weeks, we're going to be at Japan World Heroes at the Burbank Marriott. So we hope to see you guys there. Be sure to say hi to your favorite Toku heroes, including Kamen Rider Gaim and Go On Reto. Also,
gonna be there?
Go On Red's going to be there. Yeah.
Get me an autograph.
He's literally the first person they announced.
Get me an autograph.
Do you have get me an autograph money?
How much does he charge?
I don't know.
Let me know.
Let's assume you're gonna need a hundo for that.
I'll send it.
Okay. Cool. I'll be sure to take 2 selfies with him on your behalf.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be the one getting the selfie, but but at least you'll be getting the autograph. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's some Ultraman actors there too. I'm not as big on Ultraman, but hey, Ultraman Dyna,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch Ginga. Not gonna lie.
But okay,
Oh,
where?
that's also be sure to check out our recently dropped interview with Vernon Wells. That interview gets a little bit spicy. I'm not going to spoil, but it does get a little spicy. So be sure to check that out on our YouTube channel. And we're going to drop at least 2 more interviews this week. And here's hoping we make a few more at the Marriott. Hopefully. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, be sure to check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do video game news and movie reviews. We just did a Scrub Club Gaming podcast on the new Mortal Kombat game and the inclusion of VIII members in Call of Duty, including Starlight, Black Noir, and Homelander himself. Personally, I'm more of the Invisible Dude fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the Invisible Dude. Like, he's way better than A-Train.
You think?
And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and we will see you guys next time.
Wait, Boken. Where can these lovely people find you at?
And while you're staying safe and hydrated, you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. And you could also find this guy at Red Ranger 2134 on Instagram, Twitch at Red Falcon 347, and on TikTok at Red Falcon 212. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your commentary, and we will see you guys next time.
Love, peace, chicken grease. We out.